Hello, my dear friends. Today we're continuing with our summer reset. Today we're talking about your living area or your living room, which is typically known as Zone 5. And I'm going to give you 5 easy steps to work in that room. So while the living room is the heart of the home, it is also the heart of the clutter sometimes because everyone's in there and everyone is dropping things and leaving crumbs and things like that. So we need to pay attention each time we leave the living room or each time one of our other members of the family leaves the living room and leaves their shoes or something. And you might want to say, please take your shoes to the bedroom. We often avoid working in a room when it's overwhelming. And when this room becomes overwhelming, we avoid it. And guess what happens when we avoid it? It becomes more and more and more cluttered. So today, we're going to talk about 5 steps to get your area of focus, your zone, in good shape. Step number one, choose one focus area in the room. So you have 15 minutes if you're doing this 4 times a week, or you have 1 hour if you're a payroll homemaker and you're working on Saturday in this room to get this room decluttered, deep cleaned, whatever it is you need to do. Now, we don't deep clean until it's decluttered. So if you still have clutter, we need to declutter. So we're going to focus on one area at a time. So let's picture your living room in your mind. Look at the couch and around the couch. That is one area. You could pick that area and say, wow, look there's things sticking out from behind the couch. Things have been dropped behind the couch. I'm going to clean behind the couch. Or I'm going to clean the table next to the couch. I'm going to declutter that, or the coffee table. I'm going to get rid of some things that don't belong there. Or if there is no clutter, is the couch dirty? Have you looked under the cushions lately? Have you collected coins? So you might want to vacuum under there if you're deep cleaning, or polish the side tables or the coffee table. But pick one area. There are lots of other areas in this room. There's the television area. There may be a set of shelves in there, a bookshelf or something. You may have another seating area in the room, etc., a fireplace. And each of those areas has its own little set of challenges. So pick one area of focus. Number 2, remove what doesn't belong in that area. So I always say start with a bag, a box, and a basket. The bag is for any garbage you're going to run across. Anything that you decide you don't want to give away or keep that you didn't think of as garbage before but realize it is garbage goes in the garbage bag. A box is for things you don't want to keep, things you want to give away. They go in the box. And the basket, it could just be a laundry basket, is for things that just don't belong in this area of focus, this area that you're working in, even if it belongs on the other side of the room. Things that don't belong here go in the basket. It could be your children's shoes. It could be a blanket from the bedroom. It could be the dog's toys. Whatever it is, it goes in the basket. So remove what doesn't belong. Remove the trash to the trash bag. Remove the giveaway, things you're not going to keep. You don't love it, need it, want it, use it, and or have room for it. The most important thing is have room for it, and at least one of the other items. Love it, need it, want it, use it, have room for it. So if that's the case, it's still good. You would purchase it again if you were in the same situation you were when you got it the first time, or you would purchase it in a thrift shop, or someone would purchase it, then put it in the giveaway. If no one's going to purchase that, if it's broken, if it's in bad shape, if it's worn out, please save everyone a step and put it in the garbage. And then the final thing is, if it doesn't belong in this area, because number 2 is remove what doesn't belong. If it doesn't belong in this area, put it in the put away basket. And then when you're done with your 15 minutes or your hour, and if it's an hour, you may work in other areas of the room and you may have to stop maybe every 15 minutes to say, golly, I need to empty this basket, this put away basket, and put things where they belong. Or I need to take these giveaways to the back of the car and come back with my empty box. Maybe keep a box in the car for giveaways. I need to empty the garbage bag. And if that's something you have to do, then please do it. Don't wait till you have so much to do at the end of your 15 minutes. Well, 15 minutes isn't going to be so much. But if you have to work on a Saturday as a payroll employee who is a homemaker, then you don't want to wait to the end of the hour. You may have way too much and it's going to be overwhelming. And why do we avoid doing things in the first place? Because we're overwhelmed. So get rid of the overwhelm. So first step, choose a focus area. Second step, remove what doesn't belong. Third step, decide what stays. Decide what stays. So we're in the example I gave, we're at the couch area. The coffee table, the side table is the couch. So does this throw belong in here? You've had it in here since the winter time. Is it a little heavy for now? Do we need to switch it out for a summer throw, or is it perfect? Or do you want to throw it all? Does it belong here? Not just because it's always been this way. Does it really belong here? Do these throw pillows belong here? Do they look nice? Do they need to be washed? And maybe they belong here, but maybe the covers need to be washed, or that throw needs to be washed. Do these magazines belong on the table, or are they way past their prime? Does this silk flower arrangement, has it died on the vine? Does it need to go? Do you need something new here, or just an empty bowl or something decorative that goes here? Does all this electronic equipment belong on this side table? Where does it belong? Does it belong here? Can it stay? So these are the things you're doing with your magnificent brain, and it works in nanoseconds, and you're getting rid of things that don't belong. Doesn't mean you can't keep them. They just may be out of season or in the wrong place. The fourth step. So first step is choose an area of focus. Second step is remove what doesn't belong. Third step is decide what stays. The fourth step is create a peaceful space. So now you've gotten rid of the trash. You put in and we're just in this one area of focus, your couch area in this example. It could be any area, but this is what we've chosen. The coffee table has everything on it that you really want to keep and nothing on it that you don't want to keep. The couch, the side tables behind the couch, everything you want to keep here, nothing you don't want to keep. Now make it look peaceful. Put the throw over the arm of the chair. Put the pillow just so. Straighten the picture that's hanging on the wall. Sometimes we ignore the littlest things that can actually give us peace. It doesn't mean we're perfectionists. It means that sometimes we have to pay attention to the details just to make it feel peaceful. Okay, then the fifth and final thing is build a simple reset habit. What is that? That is a clutter stop. That is what you do between decluttering times. It's what you do in the morning after breakfast. You look around in the living room after you've decluttered it and you say, oh, that coffee table, somebody left some mail on the table. Let me look at this. Well, this is just garbage. Throw it away. Oh, someone left I always use the dog's leash, but it's a perfect example. On the arm of the chair. That is not where it goes. There's a hook by the front, whatever. And I've told everybody that's where it goes. I'm going to keep putting it back. Oh, look, there's shoes in the middle of the floor. These are Bobby's shoes. Bobby, come get your shoes out of the living room. And you do this 3 times a day, not just in the living area, but over your whole house. And it's not like you've got a private eye investigator spyglass and you're looking in the details. No, you're just kind of perusing and saying, oops, nope, that doesn't belong there. Let's put it up. That's how you keep the reset in place. That's how you build a reset habit so that your room doesn't get out of shape. So 5 steps: choose an area of focus, remove what doesn't belong, decide what stays, create a peaceful space, and develop or build a simple reset habit. All right, that's it for today. If you need more coaching in this area and you want to hear more, come on over to Patreon, sign up, and you can watch a video every day. It's just a couple of minutes, and it'll reinforce what I've been teaching here on YouTube. And if you need to be personally mentored, or you'd like me to body double with you while you are cleaning or decluttering in these areas, look at my tiers and see what might interest you. The link is below. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful.